Acknowledgement. I wish to express my gratitude to all the people involved in the writing of this book, especially Mr. Mr. Y.S. Ranjan, Mr. A. Savitrundin Pelagri, or Mr. R.N. Agrawal, Mr. Prahlad, Prahlada, Mr. K.V.S. Prasad Rao, and the Dr. S.K. Salvan, who were very generously in sharing their time and knowledge with me. I am thankful to Professor K. A. V. Pandalai and Dr. R. Swaminathan for crucial review of the text. I thank Dr. B. N. Soman Raju for his intangible but always unspoken support for his project. My sincerely thanks go to my wife and unspokenly critical Dr. Anjana Tiwari for her tough comments accomplished with his gentle support. It has been a pleasure to work with universities, presses, and the cooperation of the editorial and production staff is much appreciated. There, there are many fine people such as the photographer Dr. Prabhu, who were selfishness enriched me, and this book is in way beyond measure. I thank all them, and finally my deeply gratitude to my sons Asim and Anmol for their unfeelingly emotional support during the writing, and because I seek in them that attitude toward life which Dr. Kalam admired and born the effect of reflect. Introduction. This book is being released at a time when the introduction introduction है इनकी बुक का. This book is being released at a time when India technology and endeavors to assert his sovereignty and strength. Its security are questioned by many of the world. Historically, people have always fought among themselves on one issue to another. Prehistorically, battles were fought over food and shelter. With the passage of time, war were revenged over religious and ideological belief, and now the dominant struggle to support sophisticated warfare is our economy and technology supremacy. Consist, cons, Consequently, economy and technology supremacy is adequate with political power and world control. A few nations who were grown over very strong technologically over the past few centuries were vested control for their own purposes. Major power have been the self-proclaimed leader of the new world order. What does a country of 1 million people like India do in such a situation? You have no other opinion but to be technologically strong. But can India be a leader in the field of technology? My answer is an emphatically yes, and let me validate my answer by narrating some incident for my life. When when I first began the reminiscence that how gone into this book, I was uncertainly about which is my memory were birth narrating or where my any relevance at me. My childhood is precious to me, but would it to be interest to anyone else? Has it but the reader's will? I wonder to now about the tablucation and trampish of a small town boy. I did to pay my school fees and have my decision to become a vegetarian for partially due to my financial constraints as an college student. Why should these be of my interest in public general public? In the end, I has convinced that these were irrelevant if not for anything else, but because they and social metrics in which is be embedded can't be seen in isolation. Having been persuaded to this, it did seem January to include the account of frustrated attempt to be an Air Force pilot and of how I become instead of the collector my father demanded I would be a rocket engineer. Finally, I decided to describe the individual who had a profound influence on my life. This book is also by way of a summation of thanks therefore to my parents and immediately family and to the teachers and prosecutors I has fortunate to have had both as a student or in my professional life. It is also to tribute to the unfledgling enthusiasm and effect of our youth, our young colleague who helped to realize our collective dreams. The famous words of Isaac Newton about standing on the shoulder of giants for valid for every scientist, and I certainly all and great debate of knowledge and inspiration to the distinguished lineage of Indian scientists that include Vikram Bhai, Vikram Sarabhai, Satish Dhawan, and Behram Prakash. They played major role in my life and in the story of Indian science. I complete 60 years of age on 15 October 1991. I had decided to devote my retirement to fulfill what I saw as my duty in sphere of social service. Instead, thing happened simulated. First, I agreed to continue my government service for another 3 years, and next, a young colleague Arun Tiwari requested me to share my reminiscences with him so that I could record them. He has someone who had been working in my laboratory since 1982, but I had never really known him well until the February of 1987. I visited him at the instant culinary care unit of the Nizam Institute of Medical Science in Hyderabad. I was a mere 32-year-old, but has fighting valiantly for his life. I asked him if there has nothing you want me to do for him. Message me your blessing, sir. He says so that I am have a longer life and can complete at least one of my projects. The young man's dedication moved me, and I prayed for his recovery all night. The Lord answered my prayer, and Tiwari has able to back in a, work in a month.